A very good evening. From stories around the world to stories here at home, this is the National News Broadcast. I'm Vidushni Satish Kumar.
Good evening, I am Lakshita Singha. To start off, let's take a quick look at the headlines for tonight.
Sri Lanka celebrates the 74th National Independence Day. The President assures to protect independence on behalf of future generations. The Prime Minister says meaning of independence can be enhanced through a social change that does not obstruct others. 18,000 school students between the ages of 16 and 19 in the Kandy district are given the second dose of the COVID vaccine. The US records highest daily corona deaths.
On to those and other stories in detail now. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says maximum benefits from freedom gained can be received when everyone performs their duties on behalf of the country. The President says it is not suitable to speak only about rights by forgetting the responsibilities, and solutions to problems faced by the country can be found through a positive attitude. The President mentioned this addressing the 74th National Independence Day ceremony today at Independence Square in Colombo. The National Independence Day ceremony has been organized according to health guidelines amid the COVID pandemic. 5,947 troops of the three armed forces, Police, Special Task Force, Civil Defense Department, National Cadet Corps and Coast Guard Department took part in the ceremony. A group of people, including the Mahasangha, other religious leaders, parliamentarians, diplomats, high commissioners and state officials, attended the ceremony. The IGP commanders of the three armed forces and the Defence Secretary General Kamal Gunaratne arrived at the ceremony first. Thereafter, Western Province Governor Marshal of the Air Force Roshan Gunatilaka arrived at the ceremony. Cabinet Minister of Irrigation and State Minister of Internal Security, Home Affairs and Disaster Management Chamal Rajapaksa arrived next. He was received by the Governor of the Western Province. Thereafter, former President Maithripala Sirisena arrived and he was received by Minister Chamal Rajapaksa and Secretary to the State Ministry of Home Affairs NHM Chitrananda. Arrival of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa at the 74th National Independence Day ceremony took place next. Thereafter, Commander-in-Chief President Gotabaya Rajapaksa arrived at the 74th National Independence Day ceremony. Minister Chamal Rajapaksa, Secretary to the State Minister of Home Affairs NHM Chitrananda, received the President and the First Lady. With the arrival of the President, the 74th National Independence Day ceremony commenced. The President hoisted the national flag amid the Maguldara drumming.
Sri Lanka Mata, Apa Sri Lanka, Namo, 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 Namo Mata, Sundara Siri Marini, Surati Ati Sobhamana Lanka, Danya Danayane Kamal Palaturu Piri Jaya Bhumiya Ramya.
Thereafter, religious stanzas were recited invoking blessings. Following that, a silence of 2 minutes was observed in memory of fallen war heroes. Thereafter, the President was accorded a Guard of Honor by the armed forces. Sri Lanka Artillery Corps held 21 gun salutes in connection with the 74th National Independence Day.
ලැබූ නිදහසෙන් උපරිම ප්‍රයෝජන ලැබෙන්නේ සියලු දෙනාම රට වෙනුවෙන් තම වගකීම් ඉටු කරන විටයි. වගකීම් ගැන අමතක කොට
President Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that the support of everyone cannot be expected when directing the country. The president said he is not prepared to give up plans made for the betterment of the country's future. The aim is to do what is correct for the country but not to make everyone happy. Negative persons do not change the world. They do not have the ability to do so. The persons who are used to criticize without presenting solutions have no vision for the future. A leader of the country has to face difficulties, disasters, problems and challenges. It is not easy to direct a group towards a vision. It is not easy to change prevailing methodologies even for a good aim. Local and foreign ailments are organizing against us. The people expect a leader to manage all crises and to take forward a country without running away from problems. The positive mentality needed for that is in possession by us. The president said he is always prepared to give leadership to overcome any challenge faced by the country. Difficult times will not continue always. A person to mentally affect others at this moment do not help the society. Everyone has a responsibility to create a positive mind in the country to successfully face the crisis. When the negative persons were stating that the war cannot be defeated, brave military leaders such as General Densil Kobbakaduwa, General Vijaya Wimalaratna imbibed positive thinking in the minds of the military officials who were fighting under them. It was possible thereafter to end terrorism completely within a short period of 3.5 years due to the confidence in us about our abilities. We have been able to recommence normal civilian life after getting the 2 vaccine doses and controlling the pandemic. All booster doses needed by the people have been brought to the country. Agriculture, industries and services should be developed to strengthen the country's economy. Special attention should be paid to increase export revenue. The government always encourages investors and both the local and foreign investors are needed. The people should be careful about the groups who try to popularize wrong opinions against local or foreign investments due to political aims. State officials should take steps to provide necessary assistance inside the legal framework by understanding the contribution of entrepreneurs to the country's development. The working people are making an active contribution to the country's economy. Sri Lankans in overseas are an immense resource to the country. They have not forgotten the support given by them arriving in the country and making sacrifices. The president said he invites all Sri Lankans in overseas to invest in the country. We all have to make changes to achieve future targets. We have to make sacrifices for that. The president said he was prepared to give necessary example in that regard. He requested all parliamentarians and politicians to act exemplarily. If they provide examples to the people, they will follow it. Elements against the leadership which protect national values and sovereignty are trying to mislead people by false propaganda. The president requested the people to act wisely. Nobody can mislead the people if decisions are taken based on the truth. Sri Lanka protects supremacy of the law and international conventions. The government has not encouraged to violate human rights, although various parties level allegations against the country. The leadership of the country was entrusted at the most difficult time. The president said they had to find solutions to a large number of unexpected problems during the last 2 years. The government was able to implement development activities amid all those difficulties. The president said plans are now being implemented to achieve sustainable development during his term. He requested all patriotic Sri Lankans to join to build a proud nation that has realized the true meaning of independence.
The 3 armed forces, police, civil defense department had organized March Past in connection with the 74th National Independence Day ceremony. The ceremony included several cultural items as well.
Mahanayaka of Malwatu chapter, Most Venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Thero says that the independence can be made meaningful through economic, social and mental freedom. He has said the time has come to think whether Sri Lankans have been able to build economic, social and the political vision with national identity during the past 74 years. Most Venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Thero has mentioned this in his National Independence Day message. The Thero has emphasized it is the duty of the people to recall with merit all national heroes and war heroes who sacrificed their lives for the independence and security of the country.
The Mahanayaka of Asgiri chapter, Most Venerable Warakagoda Sri Gnanaratana Thero, has also issued an Independence Day message. He has pointed out that people are moving towards degradation with various religious, political and other differences. He has emphasized that this should be made an opportunity to rise up in unity as a nation.
The Mahanayaka of Amarapura Mahanikaya, Most Venerable Dodampahala Chandrasiri Thero says that the corona pandemic has emphasized the value of living in unity in a unitary and proud nation. In his Independence Day message, the Thero has pointed out everyone should live in unity with others amid the global economic crisis.
The Mahanayaka of Ramanya Mahanikaya, Most Venerable Makulave Vimala Thero says this is an opportunity to launch development to become a prosperous country by thinking it is important even to light up one lamp than blaming the darkness. He has pointed out prevailing difficulties can be overcome by acting unity without being divided on political lines.
Archbishop His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit has also issued an Independence Day message. He has said all those who love the country should look for a deep change to save the country from decisions that had affected the country for 74 years. He has pointed out commitment in that regard is the best way to celebrate independence.
Colombo Ramakrishna Mission has also issued an Independence Day message which says that a country without independence cannot develop or protect its culture and traditions. Colombo Ramakrishna Mission has said a culture of a country gives the unique identity.
All Ceylon Islam Intellectuals Council says we are still in a backward position due to ethnic clashes, terrorist attacks and political divisions, although independence was received from England. The council has emphasized the country should be built spiritually, economically, socially and culturally to overcome this situation.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that the meaning of independence can be broadened by a social change that respect each other and do not obstruct others. The Prime Minister mentioned this issuing a message in connection with the 74th National Independence Day. People in the country lost the true happiness of independence gained 74 years ago due to internal struggles and 3 decades of terrorist war. In his message, the Prime Minister has said it was possible to create a country for the people to live without fear or suspicion by ending the war 13 years ago, giving leadership to the determination and commitment of war heroes. The Prime Minister has emphasized that after ensuring security of the country, again when the independence was challenged, measures are being taken to achieve the aim of uplifting lives and economy which collapsed due to the pandemic.
Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa says that when looking back at the period after independence as a country, we should understand there are victories as well as defeats. All those who fully sacrificed to gain independence should be honored. The opposition leader in this message has wished that it would be possible to create an environment where Sri Lankans can live as a developed community by taking forward the freedom step by step.
Mass Media Minister Dallas Alhapirmis says that Independence Day is the highest honor that can be felt by a heart. He has pointed out the independence would be meaningful according to the honor and respect paid for each other.
In the meantime, religious ceremonies had been organized at several places in connection with the 74th National Independence Day. The Buddhist religious practice were held today at Narahampita Beharame under the patronage of Venerable Muruttettuwe Ananda Thero. Ministry of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs and Department of Buddhist Affairs jointly organized the activities. Venerable Professor Mathagoda Abeyatissa Thero delivered the Anusasana. Ministers Bandula Gunawardena and Namal Rajapaksa were present at the occasion. The Hindu religious observances took place at Bambalapitiya New Kadireshan Kovil with the attendance of Minister Douglas Devananda. A group of people, including Director of Buddha Sasana and Religious Affairs Department Uma Maheswaran and Prime Minister's Hindu Religious Affairs Coordinator Sivasri Ramachandra Babu Sharma Kurukkal, were present on the occasion. The Independence Day Catholic prayer service took place at Polhengoda Sacred Heart Church under the patronage of Reverend Father Prageet Dishan. It has been organized by the Department of Christian Affairs. The Christian service was held at Salvation Army Church in Colombo too. The main sermon was delivered by Bishop Dushanta Rodrigo of the Church of Ceylon. It has been organized jointly by Christian Religious Affairs Department and Sri Lankan National Christian Council. Islam prayers took place at the Grand Mosque in Colombo 12 with the attendance of Minister Ali Sabri, Ua Province Governor Mohammad Muzammil, MP Farjan Ali, Director of Muslim Religious Affairs Ministry Ibrahim Arfazad, Zaid Hasan Maulavi and Chairman of the Grand Mosque Tawfil Zuhail were present on the occasion.
The traditional gun salute of the Navy in connection with the 74th National Independence Day took place this noon on board Navy's biggest ship, Gajapaho. The gun salute for the nation is offered on the Independence Day of a day named by the government. 25 gun salutes are offered, and Sri Lankan Navy has conducted 15 gun salutes in 1948 for the first time for an Independence Day. It has been conducted on board Vijay's ship in 1950. This is the second occasion where Sri Lankan Navy offered gun salute for the nation on a ship. 4 guns of 48mm manufactured in Brazil and 6 temporarily on Gajapaho ship were used this time. The team included Commanding Officer of Gajapaho Captain Marlon Pereira.
In more local stories, regional programs have been organized island-wide yesterday in connection with the inauguration of the Gamasamaga Pilisandara 100,000 work programs of the budget. A project on mobile medicinal porridge store at Kalaniya Electoral Division commenced yesterday under the patronage of State Minister Sisira Jayakodi. A program to provide facilities to recultivate 20 acres of paddy commenced at Padukka Galagidara area yesterday. It took place under the patronage of MP Jagat Kumara. 1 million rupees will be spent on the program. $100,000 work program of Ahaliyagoda Electoral Division commenced yesterday under the patronage of Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi. Constructions of a smart class at Kiriyalla Sri Devarakita Primary School commenced at a cost of 750,000 rupees. Another 119 projects have been implemented in the Kiriyalla Divisional Secretariat area. 40 million rupees have been allocated for the projects. Minister Vasudeva Nanayakkara was also present on the occasion. The development program covered 1,610 Grama Niladhari divisions of the Kurunegala district. Renovations to Kettarama Temple commenced yesterday under the patronage of District Secretary R.M.R. Ratnayaka. The 100,000 work program of the Beruwala Divisional Secretariat area commenced with a road development project. It includes the development of the Valattara Mettarama Road. State Minister P.L. Nishanta was present on the occasion. Eleven rural development projects of Badulla Electoral Division commenced under the patronage of Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva. Constructions of Badulupitiya State Official Centre commenced yesterday and nearly 100 million rupees will be spent on development projects in Badulla. The foundation stone was laid yesterday for the new 3-storied building of Valisara Mulagandhakuti Temple at Wattala Divisional Secretariat area. It took place under the patronage of State Minister Nimal Lamsa. Several development projects are being implemented in the Kotte Electoral Division. The digital school at Rajagiri Obesekarapura Parakumba School was vested with the students by MP Madhura Vithanage. 1,528 development projects are being implemented in the Polonnaru district at a cost of 1,840 million rupees. Constructions of a place to dry paddy for farmers at the Kirimatiya Grama division commenced under the patronage of State Minister Siripala Gamlath and MP Amarakirti Atukorala. "6,404 new projects are being implemented in the Galle district. The textile factory with new machinery built at Bope Poddala area was opened yesterday under the patronage of Minister Ramesh Patirana. The 100,000 work program of the Ampara district commenced by laying a foundation stone for Namal Talava Seva Piercer. Parliamentarians W.D. Veerasinghe and Tilak Rajapaksa were present on the occasion. A waste recycling centre in Badulla commenced under the patronage of MP Dilan Pereira. Several development projects were launched at Buttala Divisional Secretariat area. Foundation stone for a water filtering project at Buttala Dutugamunu Vidyalaya took place under the patronage of MP Jagat Pushpakumara.
Well, now on to a COVID local update. 1,243 COVID patients were found from the country today. Director General of Health Services confirmed today that 29 COVID-related deaths which occurred yesterday, and health authorities have requested persons who have not taken the booster dose to get it immediately, since only 38% has taken in so far.
About little more than 1,000 cases which have been noticed from the past few days, but this might be a warning of a danger sign. So comparatively, over the past week, we've noticed about 30 to 35% increase of cases, about 8 to 9% increase, close to about 10% increase of our deaths, and about 4 to 5% increase of ICU and oxygen dependency. So within this context, where do we stand on the booster vaccination is about 37 to 38%. So it is all our duty to go all out the way to get ourselves vaccinated in order to protect ourselves as well as the country. Because all what we are experiencing now, all this freedom, all this leverage, all this crossing borders, moving around, being free all around, is what we have gained through the second vaccination of our country. That will not stand long, that will not last long, because everything has a limit over it. So it's our duty to abide by what the health protocols, health guidelines have directed us, as well as to move into the vaccination program and get ourselves vaccinated in order to protect us, our loved ones, and our country.
18,000 school students between the ages of 16 and 19 of the Kandy district were given the second dose of the COVID vaccine at 5 schools. It took place under the direction of Kandy School's medical unit and the Office of District Regional Health Services Director. 36,331,571 vaccine doses have been given to the people under the COVID vaccination program. 16,762,399 have been given the first dose. 13,982,511 have been given both doses, and 5,586,665 have been given the booster dose.
That's all the stories for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow at the very same time. Good night.
Good night.